Now, let me ask you this. Are the protesters protesting for justice? I haven't heard that. I don't think the protesters are protesting for justice. They're going to say that, of course. But when you're talking about the other three cops, and they need them to be arrested and tried, or there will be no peace, I don't think they're asking for justice. Because if they were asking for justice, it would look more like this. All right, if you're not going to charge these guys, you need to explain why. I mean, and it really needs to be good. But if it's explained, and the evidence is available to the public, and the public sees it, and they say to themselves, oh, I really want those other three cops to be charged, but I also wouldn't want to be charged with evidence this week if it were me. So it looks like there's a setup here where the only thing that can fix an unfair, let's say, justice/police system is another unfair justice/police system in which people, in this case the three cops who were not charged, and again this is speculative because we don't know all the evidence, but just work with me through the thinking of this. It looks like the only thing that would stop the protesters is to arrest people who you would not arrest if not for the protests, meaning people for whom the evidence is too weak to bring a successful case, even if you think they're up to no good or they did something bad. If you wouldn't charge regular people under regular circumstances with evidence this week, if we do go ahead and charge these three cops for the purpose of social cohesion, we will have used really a gigantic injustice. Again, justice meaning using our legal system in a consistent way. It's not the kind of justice that people are thinking of that's more revengey. That's the justice they're thinking of. But if you're being consistent, treating everybody the same under the law, those three people probably would not be charged if not for this situation. So if they do get charged, and that's the only way to diffuse this thing, it will be one of the greatest tragedies in American justice, under the assumption that there's a reason they weren't charged in the first place. We haven't heard the argument, so I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. They might get charged, and it might come out later that there was such a good reason that we haven't heard. In other words, evidence we haven't heard, not reason we haven't heard, but evidence. We'll see. But so far, the peaceful protesters have killed several people and injured 50 people at the White House. So you would have to say that their credibility is sort of zero-ish at this point, wouldn't you? Murder hornets. Somebody's suggesting the murder hornets are our only solution. It's not a bad idea.